to evaluate a property that might be for sale, they have to give you the financials, right? Because that's the numbers that you're going to evaluate the deal on. So you can get it from the seller, from the broker, or even from CoStar. Cap rates, again, comparable properties or have identical cap rates. So the brokers and the CoStar reports will tell you for this type of property, this is what the cap rates are. And you just learn that over time. Simple example, 50-unit apartment building where all apartments are rented out for $1,000 a month for 12 months. That would be $600,000 of income. If you're spending $300,000 a year on expenses, right, 600 minus 300 is $300,000 a year. Your net operating income is $300,000. If this property is in an area where all like or identical properties have a 10% cap rate, this would also have a 10% cap rate. And now that I know the income and now that I know the cap rate, I know this is a $3 million property. Very simple. But notice very small increases in your net operating income yield huge increases in the value. Because divide by 10% is the same thing as times 10. So every dollar you can make here gets you $10 of more value there. So for example, you just bought this thing and raised the rent 10%. That's pretty easy to do. In fact, it happens automatically over time. Right? That would increase your income from $600 to $660 a year. If at the same time you got a little more efficient, you're able to cut your expenses from $300 down to $260, those two very modest improvements would increase your net operating income from $300,000 a year to $400,000 a year. Because again, this property has a cap rate of 10%. The property is now worth $4 million. You just made $1 million by simply buying a property with other people's money and raising the rent a little and cutting the expense a little, and then selling it for a profit. But that's the whole game. That's the whole shooting match right there. Now going back to the cap rate, again, that's your return on capital or cash. If you bought a property for $1 million and it generates $100,000 a year of income, right, you're making $100,000 on $1 million, that would be a 10% return on your cash if you bought a property for cash.
I want you to take that opportunity today for you to learn that as well, that you can change the trajectory of your financial right now, not tomorrow, not in 2000, God knows what, but you can change that right now by taking action. Click on the link in the comments below, and we're going to share all the information that will share with me that I am just in passing today, because it did transform my life, and I want you to be able to transform your life as well. Yes, you wanted to have a boss, you love your career. I used to love all that as well, but now I can tell you I am much, much more in love with the fact that I changed my life, my kids' life, and everyone that is surrounding me daily.